Good morning again, lifters. We're on number 4 now. We're getting our way through it. You guys must be getting the results you're after. Man, it's fantastic to see that you guys are sticking with me. I'm having a great time. I hope you sure are. Don't forget, guys, like, subscribe, thumbs up. I know I'm doing this for free, and I know I'm doing it just because I like you guys, but if you like me, that'll help me out. You'll pay my bills and I can live. I can live, right? Okay, so today we're going to do, basically it's our triceps, but you know, there's nothing wrong with doing triceps, chest and shoulders all in the one move, right? Nothing wrong with that at all. So we're going to do dips, and if you can't do dips because a person who's overweight, seriously overweight, I've got a one of my personal training clients, he's 145 kilograms. That must be 330 pounds at a guess. He has to lose 27 kilograms at a guess. I can't remember the number now, sorry guys. 27 kilograms to get his promotion, because his work seat that he's getting promoted to in his office job is only rated to a certain weight. So he has to be able to get to that weight to sit on his office chair. I know, it sounds ridiculous to me too, but he's one of my personal training clients, so I'm helping him through with that. And he can't do a dip. He's not strong enough to lift his body weight, okay? So I understand where you're coming from. I'll show you 2 moves that will help you do the same thing. Do the tricep there, the back of the arm, so that you're not going to have a wobbly arm when you're doing the tuck shop, all right? Or what do the ladies call that? The wobbly arm?
Tuck shop arm.
Tuck shop arm. That's Australian anyway. Sorry, I don't know what you call it in
anywhere else.
Anywhere else. The flabby arm. So we're going to do dips or skull crushes. So for the person who is just wanting to lose body fat, that's all you want to do is just lose body fat. That's the person like my mate. He's got to lose 27 kilos of just body fat. He doesn't want to put on muscle because otherwise he's still over his weight category, regardless of if he's got a 6-pack abs and he's got these huge great big arms. He's still too heavy for the chair. So his only thing is to lose body fat. And there's a lot of you guys out there, the ladies who want to do supermodeling or whatever. So you guys who just want to lose body fat, you're going to put your legs really in close to the bench so that your butt is just hanging over the edge. And then you're only going to do really short ones, like this. Really short. But you're going to do a lot of them. And a lot. And a heck of a lot more.
Really short as in just dropping down a little bit?
Yeah, really short. That's a long one. That's a short one. So the longer you go down, the more muscle you're going to grow, and the further you have your feet out, the heavier your body gets. So you're going to grow more muscle. These people don't want to grow muscle, so they're doing this. So you're still training with your friends at the gym, you're still training with your friends at home, you're still training wherever you're training. That's your dip for the person who only wants to lose that body fat, because for whatever reason body fat is the only thing they want to lose. Second person, the person who wants to sculpt. I've got personal training buddies, guys, who, man, I don't want to look like a bodybuilder, but I don't want to look like a fat dad. It's like, yeah, you want to sculpt. You want to have the body you had when you were 15, right? Oh, yeah. And these guys are 30, 40, 50, 60 like me. They want to have that body they had when they were younger. They weren't huge, they didn't have big arms, great big legs. They had 6-pack abs. They want to sculpt. You know, they want to get rid of the dad bod, have the teenage bod. So they're going to do feet in a moderate distance, sort of 90 degrees there if you have a look. And they're going to do whatever distance gets them 30. They're after 30. So if you can do 30 going like that, wow, fantastic work. If you can do 30 going like that, that's fantastic too. You're going to build some arm. Your arm's going to look good, But more importantly, you're going to be burning the fat. Not going to have a huge arm, but you're going to be burning that fat. You're going to be working out at the gym with your friends. You're going to have a great time. Everybody loves working out at the gym. If you know what you're doing and you're having a good time, you're having a laugh, whatever, it's a great place to be. If you don't know what you're doing, you're feeling insecure, it's a horrible place to be. Yet it's the same place. It's just how you feel. That's different. Third person, the guy who wants to put on some muscle, wants that great big arm, you know, wants to look good in a tank top. Then he wants to do dips with his feet right out like this, and he wants to go right down and up, right down and up. And he gets to 10 and he says, "Oh buddy, that was easy. I could have done another 50. And you get yourself a plate weight. You put the plate on your lap and then off you go again. That increases the weight, makes the dip harder. And if you can get to 10, that's a great weight. If you got to 600, you need one of these yellow boys. So that's the dip. Now remember when I started this, I said my friend, my training buddy, he can't even do one dip. His body weight is heavier than his muscle strength. And he also doesn't want to put on muscle. He just wants to lose weight to get that new job. So I've got him doing what's called skull crushes.
Sounds a little scary.
It's not scary. It's a horrible name. Laying down tricep extensions. How's that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so the bar comes down to your forehead but doesn't touch. Mm-hmm. And then goes up. And your elbows stay in this one spot as if they're tied there to a stick. Mm-hmm. There's none of this where the bar stays at the same height but your arms are moving all over the place. Mm-hmm. It is just a tricep extension. And none of this, guys. You'll see a lot of influencers now telling you to do this. I can tell you one thing, I'm 60 years old, and these guys who are doing this, their elbows won't make it to 60 years old because they are putting way too much emphasis, too much weight on their elbows. They're going to get tendonitis by the time they're 40.
Tennis elbow.
Tennis elbow, exactly. Bursitis, arthritis, all of those itis things are terrible. You just want to bring it down to your skull. Arnold did these, he loved them, and he's still going. He's made way too many Terminator movies, but we won't go on about that. There we go. So, my friend, how many does he do? He does them until his arms feel like dropping. And he just drops the weight behind him. I pick it up, I put it back in his hands up here, and he goes again. Until he drops the weight behind him, I pick it up, I put it back in his hand, and he goes again. He's only just trying to lose weight. Remember guys, that's all he's trying to do, lose that body fat. So he just has to do very high repetitions. Your body sculptor, the guy, girl, wants that body they had when they were a teenager. Hopefully they had a great body when they were a teenager, not a horrible one. They want that teenager body that they had. They want to do the exact same move, like this. And they want to get to 30. Now, I got to 30 and it was too easy. So I'll put a little bit of weight on the end. If by chance you're wondering what this bar is called, it's called an Easy Bar. E-Z-E bar, B-A-R, Easy Bar. In case you wanted to go to the shop and buy one or look on the internet to buy one. They got a bend in it. I didn't bend it from being too strong, trust me. If there's one thing I am, it's not strong. Always put your collars on. What are we doing? We're doing skull crushes. we get to 30, we can't do any more. Whew, yeah, 15-second rest. Whew, let's go. This is our sculptors, guys. Sculptors, 30. How many sets? 5. 5 lots of 30. That's our sculptor. Wants to put on some muscle, wants to lose some fat. What's our bodybuilder do, you think? He's going to do the exact same move. How heavy is he going to have it? He's going to have it as heavy as it needs to be to get 10. I can't tell you how heavy that is. I don't know how big you are. I don't know how strong you are. 10. Start with just the bar. You got to 10 and it did nothing. Put some weight on it. Put these little washers on. Have another go. You got to 10 and it was still nothing. Put something bigger on. Then you get to 5 and it's, whoa, that's too heavy. That's how you work out the weight. Then you write it down in a book. Next time you turn up the gym, you're a genius. You already know what you got to do. It's written down there. You can't go wrong. You're a genius. Everybody else is looking at you saying, how come that guy knows everything that's going on? I better talk to him. He's a genius. What haven't we covered? We've done our dips. So why is it that one exercise like the dips or the skull crushers can work 3 different categories? Well, you've got a football field and you've got to get from one end of the football field to the other. You can walk 100 yards, 100 meters, 200 yards, I don't know how long your football field is, from one end to the other. Walk, nice casual walk. With the dog, on your own, whatever. You're just burning fat. You're not going to build any muscle. Don't be scared of building any muscle if all you're doing is walk. So that's our weight loss person. He's just going to walk, take it easy. We got a 100-yard football field. We want to sculpt. We want to burn some fat and we want to put on some muscle. So we can do one of 2 things, or we can do both. You can go from one end to the other faster. So you can trot, jog, run, sprint, gallop from one end to the other. To push your body at that speed, your muscles are going to have to work harder. So you are growing muscle. To keep your body moving at that speed is going to take more fuel, more fat. Your cardiovascular system is going to increase. That's all it is. How many times do you do it? How much time have you got? You can do it once a day. That's it. That's all you got. That's as much time as you got. You can do it twice a day. You can do it 10 times a day. You can do it 100 times in one day. The more times you do it, the greater the result you will get. But we all have a limited amount of time. We all have a limited amount of energy. You know, I'm not going to tell you what's right for you. You know what's right for you. The bodybuilder, well, how is he going to get muscle on a football field? Well, I'll tell you what, if that football field goes up the side of a cliff and he has to climb on his hands and knees because it's so hard, then that 100 yards will put on some solid muscle. If he turns that football field straight up and down and it's a climbing wall and he's hanging onto little hooks and getting his little toes into things like that, that's all muscle. And the cardio, he's going to get all the benefits in the world. He's going to look huge, he's going to look great. Look at anybody who's a cliff climber. They got the greatest physiques in the world. But you think, okay, so how else can he do it if all he's got is flat ground? Well, then he's going to put a wheelbarrow full of bricks and he's going to push it across. He's increasing the resistance, he's increasing the weight, he's making it harder on the body. That's all this is. It's not rocket science. You want to put on muscle, you have to increase the weight, increase the resistance, make it harder. It's easy, guys. So hopefully that helps you out. Until next time, lift weights, live life.